Hello. Hi, everyone. We're going to join in the birthday choruses to Edward. Happy birthday. How is everybody doing? It's been a while since we've streamed. I didn't even ask the question. Can you hear me? I'm going to assume because I've been testing the mic, testing a lot of things because there were some minor tech issues. I was discussing them with X-Men Superfan earlier. So there's this new feature in StreamYard when it comes to streaming. It's called Mars Multiple Aspect Ratio Streaming. And what it is that you can stream landscape like we're doing right now, but also portrait mode. So it's supposed to be ideal for your phone. That sounds great. And trying it out, it is great if you don't have to put anything else on the screen. But of course, we're going to be looking at solicits tonight, and it's already small enough. It made it so tiny. It was this little sliver of the portrait screen. So that had to go. And we had to change that back to what we normally do. So X-Men Superfan, thank you very much for gifting some memberships. If you have been gifted a membership and you like voting on things, we are currently doing a vote right now for it's for a video that I do each month. Currently, it's once a month. It may increase. We'll see how we do. But we've been going through the crisis videos, the crisis, rather, stories, got videos on the brain, leading up to Crisis on Infinite Earths. But my rule, and some people don't love it, is that it has to have crisis in the title because otherwise we'd just be going through pretty much every single JLA, JSA annual. And so some of the ones we're missing, I put into a vote. And so right now, neck and neck are Black Canary's Husband Dies and Seven Soldiers of Victory Return. So if you want to go help break that tie, you can. There is still time because there's a bunch of stuff coming up. So it's going to take me a moment to get to it, but soon, very soon. I'm prepped for either. I'm excited as always with the votes to talk about any of the things that are on there. Whatever wins, I am happy. I'm happy to discuss. Although, I mean, we will get extra, I was going to say amusement out of Black Canary's Husband Dies, which sounds terrible, but you haven't seen how he died yet. So it makes sense when you look at it. And what else do we have coming up? Oh, I'm editing an interview that's going to be posted soon. We're coming up to the end of the year, so it should be fun to do a roundup of just like, fun comics that I've been reading this year, all of that good stuff, because there are so many comics that we don't talk about. Trying to think if anything else is new. Yeah, I'm on the TikToks now. That's a thing. I'm hip with the youth. My glasses are off because the glare it was too much. We'll get them back on before we raid. So X-Men Superfan, thank you very much. Are you hyped for Superman and the Man of Tomorrow? Or Supergirl, you see? Don't have glasses. For Supergirl and the Man of Tomorrow. I am just, in general, in a kind of state of overall, not necessarily for that, but just there's a lot of things coming that I am excited for. So maybe it's time to put them back on. I don't know. This solicits is long because it's for February, and this is the relaunch of Vertigo. So we're going to get to see a bunch of those things as well. People like to joke that there are certain months where just everything drops. Like there are certain months where every single video game drops. Certain things where, it feels like every comic is dropping. We're in one of those kind of seasons. Oh, yay, entertain me. 1 month anniversary. Yay, I'm so glad. And thank you for saying it's been exciting. It's been chaotic, but exciting sounds a lot. Exciting sounds a lot better than that. So, pulling it up and doing things. There we go. The light. Let there be light. Let there be glare is what let there be. Ta-da! I don't even know what to do without Post Malone's Big Rig on the side. It's like we're in a different timeline without that. I miss it. I miss it so much. So they put the Vertigo ones up top. And we did discuss these when we did the stream about the NYCC. Yes, it was NYCC comic news, but perhaps you weren't here and it's been a while. So we shall refresh ourselves with this, and they have new covers this month as well. So yeah, Momoa is going to be in Supergirl and Dune Part 3. We're going to get all the Momoa that you want. I don't know why that reminded me that I've been playing Dispatch, but I have been, and it's been a good time. I've really been enjoying it. This is The Nice House by the Sea. Also, welcome, Charles. Hello. Which had there's the if you collect all the covers, they're doing an homage type thing to some of the original Vertigo like stuff. So there you can see it. That's part of it. So if you want to be one of those ones who collects the covers that connect, that is something that you can do. The Nice House by the Sea, number 7, written by James Tynion IV, art and cover by Alvaro Martinez Bueno. The residents of the house on the lake and the house by the sea were both told the same thing, that they were the only humans who survived a global apocalypse. But while Walter, the mysterious and seemingly all-powerful alien master of the lake house, chose to save the people he'd grown fond of, the sea house was assembled by another of his species, Max, and she chose the most brilliant and competitive humans. They've just learned their only path to survival is to kill every one of the lovable losers in the lake house, and they know exactly how to do it. And what's worse, someone in the lake house has agreed to help them. Then we have hype for the Nice House. I talked about like Nice House Saga has collected multiple Eisner Awards. Read it. So that's what they're doing with that. All Red 6 down. I miss doing the live streams. Things got busy. But we are back. Edward is saying I'm waiting for the Nice House by the creek. Nice House by the pond. We're just going to go through every single body of water until we're out. We'll jump the shark with Nice House in the desert, and then it'll just be over. This is Bleeding Hearts. This is Bleeding Hearts number 1, written by Nils Camp, and art and cover by Stepan Morian. Ooh, I like these other covers here. Let me just pull them up for a moment. They're nice. My computer is not fighting me, so we can actually cycle through and show things without it exploding. Marilyn, I like Nice House by the puddle. So, Bleeding Hearts number 1 is the zombies won, and 10 years after the fall of humanity, they're the dominant form of life or not life on Earth. They've developed their own culture practices, cultural, I was right the first time, and their own language, their own society. Mouse pokes golf ball through hole in head, Poke for short, is a beloved member of his community, and with his brother in arm Mush, he's happy to shamble along through the only world he can remember until the day his heart mysteriously starts beating again. And the blink, the first humans he sees have stopped looking like food and have started looking like friends? Zombies. Are you here for zombies? X-Men Superfan, thank you very much. In a perfect world, who would be writing Secret Six in a new run? I thought that the Nicole Maines run was going places by the end, and I would have liked to see it continue. I thought that there were some interesting ideas that were brought forth in it, and I kind of wanted it to keep going by the time it was done. This is End of Life, number 1. All these covers are great. They're like, we're going out hard for Vertigo, the return. It's been years. I would probably get the wraparound if I was the kind of person who could be bothered to get there early and make sure that I got it, or, call and tell them to hold it for me. End of Life number 1, written by Kyle Starks, art by Steve Pugh. Professional hitman Eddie Stallion has messed up. He's accidentally robbed the Raven, a high-ranking boss of the international cabal of assassins, the Menagerie, of which Eddie is a member, or he was. Now, with a price on his head, Eddie chooses to hide in the one place everyone knows he'd never go, the small Midwestern town of Pluto, home of his estranged father, and known hard, I'm not getting demonetized today, George Stallion. Looking for safe harbor, Eddie instead finds his resentful father dying of cancer. Old friends looking to collect that bounty, menagerie assassins who have wandered into town, a canceled newspaper comic strip creator turned local crime lord, and oh yeah, his childhood first love too. How do you feel about the new Vertigo books? Is Kofi is asking. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how they are when they come out, because Vertigo has such that classic reputation and vibe, and every single relaunch is always trying to whether people mean to or not, kind of recapture that. So it's interesting. We'll have to see. This is Brutal Dark. Yes. Ooh, noirish. Nice. The Peril of the Brutal Dark, an Ezra Kane mystery, #1. Written by Chris Condon, art and cover by Jacob Phillips. New York City, 1941. Ezra Kane is a private investigator with a reputation for taking it on the chin if it means solving a big case. But it's his former life as an archaeology student that makes him the only man to track down an artifact that's gone missing from the Museum of Natural History, an ancient anvil said to hold the power of the Greek god Hephaestus. If someone could harness that power, they could bend nations to their will. Science fiction quickly becomes Kane's reality when a shadowy sect calling themselves the Brutal Dark appears in the city, wielding resources that defy human logic. Now, Ezra is the only thing that stands between them and their plot to overthrow America. X-Men Superfan, again, thank you very much for the gifted memberships. And again, if you're a gifted one, please feel free to go and join in on that vote. So curious to see what is going to end up winning. So, what do we have here? We're into the fighting. Oh, let's go. Many covers for the fighting. Well, let's pull them up. Why not? We're here. We can take a look. Absolute people heading in. Darkseid is on a variant cover. That one just makes me smile. But yes, we have a lot, and they are very fun. Ooh, Hawkman versus the Demon. D.C.K.O, the final 4 are put to the absolute test. So I hope that... Spoilers, we're here already. It came so fast. I think issue 2 is out this week, if I recall correctly. Yes. Kofi saying Darkseid was. All right. The final 4 are put to the absolute test. Written by Scott Snyder, art covered by Javi Fernandez. Interlude written by Joshua Williamson, and interlude art by Hermanico. Three mysterious new Omega charged fighters have entered the tournament, and this trinity of the absolute will change the face of the DCU forever. It's all down to how far the final 4 are willing to go to win in the penultimate chapter of D.C.K.O. Plus, Booster's true allegiance revealed, Darkseid's return foretold, and a bonkers last page that will bring the battle to the next level. This is the thing that some people couldn't believe what's happening. I made a short about it, and you'll hear a bit more about it in the interview that I'll be dropping, I think, tomorrow, if all things end up aligning properly, which I hope they do. This is D.C.K.O. Boss Battle #1, written by Jeremy Adams, art by Carmine Di Giandomenico, Ronan Cliquet, and more. Unexpected fighters from beyond the DC universe enter the arena. Wait, what? Who? As the remaining champions in the KO tournament prepare for the final rounds, they discover that there isn't enough Omega energy left to crown the winner a King Omega. To have any hope of stopping Darkseid, they'll need to engage in combat with the champions of other worlds beyond our own, including Annabelle, Homelander, Sub-Zero, and more. This shocking, star-studded crossover sets the stage for the final chapter of the epic D.C.K.O. event and features matchups you never imagined possible or maybe thought about. The ultimate battle is only beginning. Marilyn is saying no, but really, why is Annabelle there? Cause they could. Ian Hines, thank you very much. I can only imagine main universe Bruce's face when Absolute Bruce tells him about the body horror nightmares he's been facing. Like, you want to come over here and help? Like, no. Just take some slow steps back. Homer Simpson receding into a bush. Steve Turner, thank you very much. Saying Harley farts and KOs everyone. She would have had to do that earlier. That's the crossover that people have been waiting for. That's going to be one of those infamous comics. Annabelle is, I know, right? That's going to be one of those infamous comics where people who were there for it will remember, and then people who missed it will be like, what are people talking about? So I love this cover. I really like this cover a lot. That's why I put it in the thumbnail. I just thought it was really cute. So we have, and this one's good too. X-Men superfan, thank you very much, is asking, are you a Darkseid and Wonder Woman shipper now? No, no, I have not been sold, but I have been enjoying watching a bunch of the older Super Friends episodes. I am sold on why people remember it so prominently from the show now. That's what I'm sold on, not on that concept though. Super Easy Walker, thank you very much. Can't wait for D.C. K.O. Marvelous Fighters, Marvel, or Miraculous Fighters, Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir. There's the crossover, but I don't know. I think it gets too brutal for Cat Noir and Ladybug. I don't want to see them get hurt. So what do we have here for D.C. K.O. Night Fight number 4? Art and cover by Dan Mora. Bruce Wayne became Batman to strike terror into the hearts of criminals because they are superstitious and cowardly lot. But he never imagined a world where Gotham City would be so safe and no longer needs a Caped Crusader. But when he arrives in a Gotham where Damian achieved that very peace, will Bruce destroy everything his son has built to overcome the Heart of Apocalypse's test and re-enter the KO tournament? I really enjoyed the first issue of this. Oh, that was a fun moment. So I got my husband to do the voice of Batman in that video because I did review the first issue of this. And people, I don't even know if people didn't like it or if you're Stockholm syndrome to my Christian Bale Batman impression. But a bunch of you were like, no, bring back the Christian Bale. I'm like, he was so much better than what I normally do. Some people thought he was AI. I don't know if that means he was really good or really bad. I thought there were several very human moments that showcased that he was a person, but he may be back. We shall see. Oh, the covers are missing for this one. That's okay. Superman 35. I've seen them. They're nice. Written by Joshua Williamson, art by Eddie Powers and Ava Ferreira. I thought he did a good job too. He did. We did multiple takes. It was a whole thing. It was fun. It was nice. I think the most fun thing was to actually have someone to bounce off of, It's just the dialogue felt too serious for the, for, my usual Christian Bale. So what are we doing for Superman? Superman's time in the tournament has taken its toll, and now Darkseid's Legion plans to make a massive sacrifice for their lord, and Time Trapper's too late to stop them. Only 3 unlikely heroes can show the corrupted Legion the light. The end of this issue sets up the end of D.C. K.O., but also massive status quo changes for Superman. Evan is saying he could maybe do other voices. I think we love your special silly voices. You should have heard his Christian Bale Batman voice. Maybe next time I'll inflict that upon you. There's scary sounds coming from rooms beside me. There are other people in the house. The call is coming from inside the house. Ooh, this is a nice Justice League Unlimited cover. I like that one a lot. All right, so what do we have here? Here we have, that's a cute Metamorpho one. We have Justice League Unlimited number 16, written by Mark Waid, art and cover by Dan Mora. As the Earth's mass evacuation continues, in order to save millions, Mr. Terrific and what's left of his Terrific 10 must march through hell to confront its ultimate ruler, Neron, and expose the traitor in their midst. Which one do you think was the traitor? You can call it now because they've already introduced who was there. We did a video rounding up the tie-ins. Oh, I'd love to do it this week. I don't think I'll have time, but there's a bunch of things I want to touch back in on. Supergirl is definitely one of those things because it's been a lot of fun where this is playing with the Silver Age so much. The Flash? Yes. The Flash, number 30, written by Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell, art by Vasco Georgiev. The speedster's race through time has led them to an encounter with a Darkseid from the past, and their escape leads them to a shocking reunion. Short, succinct, into it. Well, if Alvin does come, then we will let him in, probably. Maybe. It depends. Titans. Not Teen Titans, regular Titans. Titans, number 33, written by John Layman, art and cover by Pete Woods. Why are we talking about AO3? I too love AO3. AO3 is great. Jinx is terrorizing Gemworld. Cyborg is gone, and the Titans are spread across the galaxy with their backs against the wall. Arsenal and Donna Troy prepare for battle as the last line of defense against Darkseid's forces. Is this the Titans' last stand, or is it the beginning of something new? We saw this when we did the NYCC stuff. This is for the special issue. This one, wow, lots of Black Canary. Sirens, Love Hurts, #1. Written by Tini Howard, art and cover by Babs Tarr. This is 1 of 4. We got a mini going on. Oh, it's long. Okay, that's why they gave us that short flash one. Get ready. Introducing Gotham's most eligible bachelorettes for at least a little longer. First, there's Catwoman, who's been playing cat and mouse with her 2 favorite boy toys, Bruce Wayne and the Dark Knight himself, Batman. Next up, Harley Quinn, who's recently single and now committed only to her hot girl era. Of course, there's also Poison Ivy, who just wants to enjoy her solitude, as long as her best friend Ivy's there to enjoy it with her. And then there's the new girl, Black Canary, who's engaged to the love of her life, Green Arrow. But the closer they get to the wedding day, the more it feels like they might not be so written in the stars after all. But these 4 fabulous women aren't meeting to discuss any of that, at least not willingly. There's a killer on the loose in Gotham City, a killer of women. And when Black Canary realizes stopping the murders requires more criminal company than she's used to keeping, she finds herself reluctantly teaming up with the infamous Gotham City Sirens for the hunt. Easier said than done when the 4 of them can barely make it through one lousy brunch. There we go. Oh, Edward saying hot girl era, a thing we all still say. Well, I mean, when we read it for NYCC, it had the word girlies in it. That at least was something we all still say, I think. We were ready. We were ready to be siren girlies. Also, the Stormbringer, thank you very much. I don't think your message came through, but please feel free to retype it. Sometimes, alas, YouTube is fighting with the people. Oh, Dad Russ is saying, this sounds fun, but I'd rather have more Birds of Prey. Come on, here's hoping that Black Canary and Ollie don't end up getting... I mean, last time they tried to get married, it was quite the thing. Steven, thank you very much. You think the other sirens get mad every time they go to jail, but Catwoman gets out of going because she's dating Batman? They're probably trying to work those connections. Like, come on, you know, you like him. He kind of likes us sometimes. Like, no. Only one get out of jail free card. Batman. I almost started going, no. Absolute Batman. So, ooh, I love that. Okay. I'm a sucker for like the whole like just organic stuff coming. I think that's so cool. I love that a lot. Disgusting. Looking forward to it. Absolute Batman #17, written by Scott Snyder, art by Eric Canete. Dr. Pamela Isley has been unleashed from the Arkham facility with an unending hate and burning fire for revenge on Gotham City and those who put her in the belly of the beast. When Batman hunts her down, he must survive a labyrinth of leveled horrors, one more gruesome after the next, as he tries to save the city from a monster it created. Shadowbat's just going, oh, yeah, it's a lot. I mean, all of Absolute Batman is a lot and continues to be a lot. Yes, I was thinking about Hanahaki, but Hanahaki is you got to cough the flowers up, less that they're growing out of you. Years ago, I made a video on Hanahaki disease because that's a fanfic trope, and where the unrequited love makes flowers grow in your lungs and they start to like tear them apart, and you got to cough them up, and you got to confess the love of the person. They got to love you back. It's a whole thing. And that video got banned for like depictions of like illness. I'm like, it's not a real disease. You too. It's fine. This is Absolute Wonder Woman. We're getting Giganta. I'm going to do a little short about Giganta because I want to revisit her Golden Age appearance. But in the meantime, to tide me over, because I'm working on some other stuff in between. Let's see what Absolute Wonder Woman is up to. Absolute Wonder Woman #17, written by Kelly Thompson, art and cover by Hayden Sherman. Diana faces off against a team assembled with only one mission in mind, take down Wonder Woman at any cost. But after a strangely intimate betrayal, Diana finds herself outplayed, boxed in, and running out of options. Ooh, I love this. I'm really excited for the annual. I'm really curious as to the tact it's going to take with how it handles the Medusa stuff. So I'm very intrigued by this. Also, this is a fantastic cover. Absolute Wonder Woman Annual 2026 #1, written by Kelly Thompson, art and cover by Mattia de Iluis. I can do it. I gotta hold the hand up sometimes. That aids with the pronunciation. The experience of briefly becoming Medusa in order to save Gateway City changed Diana. It haunts her, and she has never stopped seeking an answer from the gods. Her pleas to Athena have gone unanswered, until now. If she wants justice, the mission is deadly and uncertain. Is it worth the risk just to set right one injustice? And then we have hype for who's drawing it. But I'm intrigued by this one. They're getting annuals, fun. Superman, absolute Superman. Look, Hawkman, here to take out more people. X-Men Superfan is saying Gorgons are popular in Wonder Woman stories. We're going to see a lot of, I think, very interesting twists on the mythology. And I, for one, I'm excited. Absolute Superman, we're at 16. Written by Jason Aaron, art by Juan Ferreira. Superman finds himself at the forefront of a bold new age of heroes in the Absolute Universe, but he quickly learns that he wasn't the world's first superpowered protector. Enter Hawkman, who has a few tips for the new kid, whether he wants to hear them or not. I am excited that we're going to get to see more Hawkman. I really like that design. I am convinced that it really looked like a Black Hawk uniform. I'm really curious if they're going to dive into that at all. Absolute Martian Manhunter. Very excited. I really enjoy this series. Absolute Martian Manhunter #9, written by Denise Camp, art and cover by Javier Rodriguez. What Martian secrets will the agency discover as they peel back layers of mystery, metaphor, and fascia? What? Woo! Question mark. Meanwhile, John searches for his missing partner as his world continues to crumble around him. The Flash. Absolute Flash. Anime Flash. Absolute Flash #12, written by Jeff Lemire, art and cover by Nick Robles. Sure, all the Flash ones are like, we know you don't have time. Here you go. Wally must face his demons in order to save Fort Fox. When the dust settles, what is the future of the Flash? Ben Chan says, killing Ollie was the best thing any Hawkman's done in years. There's so many layers to that statement. I mean, I'm too biased to address Ollie being killed. But Absolute Green Arrow is still coming, by the way. So that is a thing. This is Absolute Green Lantern. #11. Written by Al Ewing, art and cover by Janoy Lindsay. Jo Mullein is on the run. Can she get to the bottom of who is after her and how they keep tracking her location before it's too late? Regular Batman. You can tell because he's so blue. That one is creeping me out for different reasons than I think they're intent. Get that hand out of there. You can't see where my mouse is, but that one hand is too close to pulling that belt off. You stop it. Ooh, this Batman's looking like Absolute Batman. Ooh, nice. I like that one a lot. And then we have the cute little Valentine's Day one here. Makuni, thank you very much. I still wish for Absolute Aquaman. A lot of people do. We shall see who gets absoluted. Batman #6, written by Matt Fraction, art cover by Jorge Jimenez. After he survives the date night from hell, I can't believe he went on a date with her. You know we're gonna. Ooh, that's the issue that I should do next with my husband. We can do the date. Oh wow, he opened it. Hi, Alvin. Hello. Are you here because you heard that there was dating and stuff? Okay. After he survives the date night from hell, the long night isn't over for Bruce Wayne. While he juggles multiple needs as Bruce, Hugo Strange's monster men attack a petrochemical facility and force Batman into action. Gotham City becomes a powder keg. As superstars Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez continue their acclaimed run on the Caped Crusader. Yes, Alvin is here. I gotta cast back up. Actually, I'm really enjoying this Batman run. I think it's fun. So, Nightwing. Positions for cake and a motorbike. Nightwing number 135, written by Dan Waters, art and cover by Dexter Soy. Nightwing must lead Bloodhaven. It's a joke. Bloodhaven's stolen children to safety, but the Zanny won't let them go without a fight. With Nightwing Prime at his side, the battle reaches its breaking point and sacrifices must be made. But while the city takes its first steps toward recovery, a darker plan begins to take shape in Bloodhaven's halls of power. Don't miss the issue that changes Bloodhaven forever. Cake wing, says Kofi. Batman and Robin. Ian, thank you very much, is saying Gotham City is a powder keg? Who could have guessed? One of these days, this can be Gotham is perfectly calm and Batman has nothing to do, and it's not Night Fight this time. Yeah, it's the accent on the U. I'm always like Bloodhaven. All right. Oh, I love that Scarecrow cover a lot. All right, Batman and Robin number 30, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, art by Fico Ossio. Yeah, I love the Brian Boland cover. Scarface has returned. The Quiet Man is still on the loose, and Two-Face and Penguin encircle it all. Batman and Robin have found themselves caught in the middle, desperate for answers and on the brink of defeat. The Dark Knight Detective and the Boy Wonder have one more trick up their sleeve, but will it be enough? Find out in the thrilling final issue of Philip Kennedy Johnson's epic run. So we're finishing off Batman and Robin. Batgirl. Ooh, I like that one a lot. Batgirl number 16, written by Tate Bromwell, art by Takeshi Miyazawa. Hi, Alvin. Ow. We need to trim those nails. Hell has arrived at the heavenly gates of Samsara. Will the League of Shadows save their paradise, or will the unburied reclaim their stolen land? And within it all, who will Batgirl become in the face of such death? The finale to the War of Shadows is here, and you don't want to miss it. Owlman. Hey, Owlman and Ultraman. Always excited to see them. What are we doing? What are we doing with them? Ooh, I really like that one with the logos. All right. Batman and Superman, World's Finest, number 48. Written by Mark Waid, art by Marcus Stowe. X-Men Superfan has a question, which is, would you like Aiko and Selena back together? I'm kind of okay with when we're just doing Selena. Like, I don't mind Aiko at all. But, you know, they're doing some interesting stuff with Selena right now. And I think it's really cool when they can show that Selena can do stuff on her own without Bruce. I know, that's what Alvin thinks. Alvin's like, Catwoman? Rah. They are the finest duo in the world. But which world? Forget Batman and Superman. Welcome to a chilling tale starring their evil crime syndicate doppelgangers, Ultraman and Owlman. They don't like each other. I'm intrigued. Now I have to read this. I'm like, but usually they really don't like each other. So I know. Mikuni, were you ever planning on doing a City Boy DC review or Spirit World review? I can't say I was actively planning on it. Like, there are some things that are just passing thoughts, and there are some things that are definite plans. I like how Alvin just thinks his mom is talking to no one in the room. Alvin knows. That's why he's here. Speaking of Catwoman, that whip right over the mouth like that, it's very ominous looking. It kind of creates an interesting effect. Oh, we got the Frank Cho on the cover here. All right. Catwoman number 84. Hello. Written by Torin Grunbeck with art by Patricio Del Peche. With Venice behind her and Gotham City in her sights, Selena has to make one quick and very important stop along the way. It's time for her to bring her oldest friend, Holly Robinson, back home. Well, you're getting Holly. So if you were missing Holly, there you go. Unfortunately, nothing goes as planned, and nothing will ever be the same. Do you want to leave? You can't possibly want to leave. You just got here. All right, Poison Ivy. As always, we have the glorious Poison Ivy covers. Poison Ivy number 41, written by G. Willow Wilson. Yeah, 41. Art by David Gianfelice. After being caught red-handed for a crime she most certainly did commit, Ivy finds herself in the cold and unloving embrace of the Gotham City correctional system. Is it the end of Ivy, or has her war only just begun. Ha! Comics are awesome is asking, does anything ever stay the same? No, just like life. You see, it's reflective. We have Harley Quinn. I actually would get a trench coat that looked like that, unironically, and wear it. All right. Why does Ivy have glasses here? It's cute. Harley Quinn number 59, written by Elliot Kalan with art by Carlos Oliveras. It's finally time. Harley Quinn and Althea Klang go on a date to the death. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to say yes to Althea, but then I got a ton of fan letters in the mail with your signatures on them demanding that I do it because you demanded it. You're not going to want to miss this outrageously spicy issue of Harley Quinn. And by spicy, I mean the food we're going to eat. X-Men Superfan, thank you very much. There was this message on Twitter saying if you hate someone, wish them that their fave would be written by Tom King. That's mean. I've heard that before. I think I've seen some people in the chat say something like that before. Ruthless. Detective Comics 1106, written by Tom Taylor, uncovered by Michael Janine. What started as a mysterious infection on a boat in Gotham Harbor, yes, Alvin, has grown into one of the most formidable threats Gotham City has ever faced. Now, with mere hours to go before Batman's system is entirely overtaken by his infection, the Dark Knight must attempt to save the city and himself before it's too late. Oh, this is the end, because they talk about it after they hype them up. They're like, it ends here. Let's see. Chem Dog saying, I don't say things like that. All right, we have Action Comics 1095, written by Mark Waid, art by Patricia Alpeche. Pete Ross knows everything about Clark Kent, or does he? After stumbling across a distressing truth about his best friend's superhero exploits, Pete is at a crossroads. Will he be a powerful ally to the Boy of Steel, or the one person capable of orchestrating his demise? Pete matters again, everybody. They're doing stuff with Pete. There is a great imaginary story, because it's not Elseworlds, because it's before it, where Lex becomes Clark's brother and Pete becomes the arch villain who fights Superman, and it's great. I was doing a video tracking the mentions, I haven't filmed it yet, of Lex's, how much losing his hair meant to him, because it really does recur. Some people like to say that, oh no, it's just the science, and people talk up the hair aspect more than it's actually there. But no, it's there. They do not let it go. So that is a really fun imaginary tale, actually. X-Men Superfan is saying, Alvin looks like Hecate. Are you Catwoman? When he hopped up back there, I was like, ooh, he's giving Catwoman vibes from back there. Ooh, I like this cover. Unlimited? Are we at Unlimited? It looks very saucy on this one. Yep, Superman Unlimited number 10, written by Dan Slott, art by Mike Norton. It's said that the sun is always shining on the city of Metropolis. Who says that? But lately a shadow has fallen. This shadow has a name, and it's on the lips of the terrified citizens of the city of tomorrow, tonight. It's the horrible new form of prankster. The all-new mysterious prankster was the deadliest assassin in the DC universe, someone with a perfect record of kills, until Superman saved one of his victims. And that makes the Man of Tomorrow his next target. Warrior Demon, thank you very much, is saying Harley dating someone other than Ivy. Hashtag not my Harley Quinn. They used to play around with her dating like more people back in the day. I didn't hate it. I mean, if you go way back to the early days of Ivy and Harley, especially in the comics, their relationship is really toxic, and it's really interesting because then you get to delve into this whole, is that just the kind of relationship that she's drawn to? There are even some versions where she's kind of manipulating Ivy a bit, and the fact that she's the one person that Ivy really cares about. And it's really interesting. I kind of miss that nuance sometimes. I do. But it's one of those things that it's very difficult to talk about online because people get very, very passionate. I mean, in general, people get passionate about those things. What is this? Superman in the back. This is a very Silver Age cover. Oh. Yeah, I know. I just realized the pun there. The odor of Dylan's like toxic, you say. I mean, very appropriate for Ivy, right? What are we doing with Livewire and the Creeper? Oh, it's the month of love. Okay. Superman, Chains of Love Special #1, written by Leah Williams and Dan Slott. Art by Iguera and Rosie Campe. What we got? Love is in the air, also death. In Superman Chains of Love Special, step aside, Daily Planet. A new news force has taken the city of Metropolis by storm when the former felon Livewire is released from prison. An unholy alliance and, frankly, wholesome romance with the Creeper is forged in the fires of a supervillain battle. But with two of Metropolis's most notorious shock jock media personalities getting together comes the debut of a new outlet to rival even that of the Daily Planet. Witness the rise of the wiretap and some shocking surprises in the Superman Chains of Love special. Ben 10 is saying, yes, the rise of Creepwire. Steven is saying, Ivy gets with Janet from HR. We're free. We can be free. It's just that with the Harley and Ivy relationship, it's become a bit ubiquitous, and like for me that's always this is just a personal thing for me, that's always off-putting. It's the same with Batman and Catwoman. It's just it's too much, but not in an end game kind of way, if that makes any sense. I know not everybody will agree and they'll be like, what are you talking about? But let's see. Supergirl, oh, I love it. I love it so much, and it even has the old classic thought balloon on the cover. Do I go on a date with my crush or make up with my best friend? If only I could do both. I like this one too. Never forget the giant Clone Lex hair. And they put comment on there too in the back. Someone posted this on my community tab and they were like, look at it. Look, oh my gosh. I didn't fully notice that Power Boy was off in the corner. No, don't look at him. That was toxic. And they've got the Merboy there too. This is great. This is fantastic. I love this cover so much. Oh, what a lovely crypto cover. Alvin, you're going to mess with the mic. No, 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 no. Aw, cute. Supergirl #10, written by Sophie Campbell, art by Joe Quinones. It's Valentine's Day in Midvale, and Kara has finally worked up the courage to ask her crush out for the holiday. Little does he know, he'll be on a date with Supergirl. Meanwhile, Lena Luthor struggles with their friendship fallout. Can the daughter of Lex Luthor and cousin of Superman ever see eye to eye again? Ian Hines is saying, wait, Karen's crush and Bessie are different people? They are, but with a very similar aesthetics. Yeah, it's been Iron Cardinal. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, the great devil is saying Alvin has things to say. Controversial things. Give him the mic. It's a good thing we can't understand whatever he's saying. It's just probably not right. Superman looks like he's going to fall off this. All right, which one are we at now? Adventures of Superman, Book of L, #6. Written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, art and cover by Scott Godelsky. A roving gang of Warworld Philosians is towing precious cargo. To retrieve it, Superman will have to beat them at their own warp speed game and engage the fearless Valkyries. Ronan Kent has been an essential ally, but he's been secretly assessing information from a twisted source. Accessing? I'm like, assessing? He's observing it. Can Superman trust a man who's been listening to enemy whispers? Krill Ooks has 5 of the 7 god aspects of Olgrin, and time is running out to save Usul and Otho Ra. Super Easy Walker, thank you very much. Is saying, could Alistar and Radio Demon beat Livewire and Creeper in a popular contest as radio host? Ow! Alvin just tried to snatch my wig. You all saw. Alvin just tried to snatch my wig. Do you want to leave? Is that what it is? I can open it for you. You want to go? All right, come on. Come on. Well, then what is it? You're getting a full Alvin spectacular today. But I'm shook. He does want to go. Hold on. He's not allowed back. That was rude. But what do you think? I'm thrown. I hope that they add some digital media aspect to it, like they did with Billy Batson when they updated his radio show. And the like, I can't believe he would do me like that. Oh, we're supposed to be friends. Hey, Yara. All right. Let me recover. A very appropriate cover of Steve and Diana, by the way. Wonder Woman number 30, written by Stephanie Williams, art and cover by Jeff Spokes. With Wonder Woman on the mend, the Amazons have taken charge of her child and future heir to the throne of Themyscira. But when conflict breaks out over Trinity's future, Queen Nubia struggles to keep the peace. Who or what could be sowing the seeds of discord? Find out in the thrilling finale of this two-part tale. Ben Chan is asking why no punchline in a story about the media? Because people have probably forgotten that she exists. It's okay. One day. I live in hope. One day I'll show up and be like, guys, punchline. It's worth it, I swear. All right, JSA year 1, number 16. No, it's JSA 16, but they're doing the year 1 storyline, and I've been enjoying it. It's really put me in a JSA mood. Not that I'm ever really out of a JSA mood. Written by Jeff Lemire, art by Gavin Guidry. As our heroes converge on Starco in Gotham City, the villain pulling all the strings is finally revealed. I'm still haven't recovered. If it had come off, can you imagine? What a horrible viral moment that would have been. Not that my hair underneath is that much of a mess, but still. Ooh, Omega. And it's an Aquaman cover too. It's there to tease you. That one's kind of creeping me out. All right. What are we doing with Aquaman? Aquaman, number 14, written by Jeremy Adams, art and cover by John Sims. Andrina's true nature is revealed as Aquaman is confronted by Poseidon himself. Mera has one chance to help her true love, but its action could destroy the avatar of the blue forever. Warrior Demon, thank you very much, is saying Diana with a baby is wild. Somebody needs to call child services on her. Hey, if they're calling it on her, they have to call it on Bruce too. So, that's why nobody's calling. Because once you start calling, you're not going to be able to stop. So, what do we have here? Ooh, Milestone. What are we doing? What are we doing with Milestone? New history of the DC universe, the Dakota incident. Number 1. Oh, we have lots of people. Okay. Written by Joseph B. Illich. We have Stephanie Williams, Morgan Hampton, and Nicholas Draper Ivey. Then we have art by Carlo Pagulayan, Valentin Delandro, and Edwin Gallman. And then we have the cover by Diego Olategui. Spinning out of the pages of New History of the DC Universe, which means I have to get it, but also it means that it may not answer all the questions because New History of the DC Universe did not. Uncover an untold moment in DC history where a murder leads to an all-out war between the heroes of Dakota City and I think there's supposed to be and the U.S. government. As their homes become a battlefield, what must Static, Rocket, and the others sacrifice to keep their loved ones safe? But as heroes fall in the past, the stage is set for their return in the present. There we go. No. Sorry, that was a knee-jerk reaction. Green Lantern. I mean, I can be normal about this. Green Lantern. Look, a proposal. Yay. How wonderful. Oh, I don't care how cute that cover is. Yay, Kyle. Let's all enjoy Kyle. Green Lantern number 32, written by Jeremy Adams, art by Montos. The visions that Hal Jordan receives from the Book of Oa grow stronger, leading Green Lantern to make a decision that will change the fate of the Corps and what we know about Green Lanterns forever. And a certain question pops that will have you asking, are wedding bells breaking up that old Corps of mine? Only time, the next issue 600 Spectacular will tell. Marilyn is saying, tell us how you really Mikuni, thank you very much, is saying, if Hal gets married, I will scream. It better end up like his. Remember when he tried to marry Guy's fiance? Let's have it be like that. Ian Himes, thank you very much, saying Hal and Carol. Oh Jesus, this is gonna be toxic. I remember the truth about Hal and Carol. This run is trying to make it sweet, and I can't let it go. You see, I'm the problem. I'm the toxic one. I need to let them have their love. Green Lantern Corps. More Kyle. Months of Kyle. The Great Devlin says appropriate reaction to Alex Carroll. Oh. See, Marquez is here. Marquez is like, Carol loves Hal. You see, I know. You got the right attitude. I'm here hating in the month of love of February when we get there eventually in the future. Oof. McCooney says Carol should leave Hal at the altar like she did with Nathan. Ice cold. Ice cold in the chat. Just run out to do something else. All right. Green Lantern Corps number 13. Written by Morgan Hampton. Art by Juan Jose Rip. War of the Worlds. After reanimating his home planet, Enquar streams toward Oa on a tidal wave of destruction. Can a new Oa already struggling with Lantern rivalries unite and save the Spectrum? This starts this month, and I am looking forward to it. I'm not going to be able to get to the comic store till the afternoon. Hopefully they'll have one left. I can't talk to people and like set up a list or anything. So I get what I get and I don't get upset. But this is Batman / Green Arrow / The Question, Arcadia number 3. Written by Gabriel Hardman, art and cover by Gabriel Hardman. A bold rescue operation reunites Batman, Green Arrow, and The Question, only to crash and burn in the storm-ravaged mountains of Greenland. But the heroes' tenuous coalition is ripped apart at the seams as they brace for the retaliatory assault of a billionaire's private army. There we go. Ooh, what are we doing over here? Ominous bat things. That's what we're doing. I really like this cover. Ooh, I really like that one a lot. It's eerie. It's like it's staring into your soul. That's cool. All right. What do we got going on here? This is Batman Gargoyle of Gotham number 4. Written by Raphael Grumpa. Art and cover by Raphael Grumpa. As bells ring out across Gotham City, blood runs in its streets. Dr. Geist's plan has come to fruition, and his legion of loyal followers unleash the evil inside their rotting hearts upon friends, neighbors, and strangers alike. But there's an evil lurking deep in Batman's heart as well, one that Dr. Geist himself discovered long ago. And the only way to save Gotham might be to set it free, once and for all. And then we have a noir edition. Oh, we don't have the cover of Batman / Static Beyond number 3, but we will read it anyway. Let's hold on. X-Men Superfan, thank you very much. What are your thoughts on Gail Simone's Wonder Woman run? I liked it. I remember thinking it was a lot of fun. It was one of the earlier ones that I read when I first started getting into comics. There was a lot of Gail Simone work out and around that time, so I read a lot of it, and I remember really liking it. All right, whoa, we need to read it. See, without the cover, you scroll. Okay. Batman / Static Beyond number 3, written by Evan Narcisse, art by Miguel Mendoza. So we have, having been caught in the destruction of Neo Gotham's Q-Grid station, Hamilton Hill High student Melvin Kim is reborn with mastery over all things technological. With a disdain for humanity's overdependence on technology, Melvin becomes the villain Shutdown. That sounds so similar to that episode from season 1, and sets his sights on Dakota City, where Static prepares to launch the Q-Grid worldwide. But will Batman Beyond arrive in time to stop Shutdown's scheme? All right, so we have another cover over there. Now we have the Batman. We've got to put the respect on the title. The Batman, Second Night number 3, written by Dan Jurgens, art and cover by Mike Perkins. A cloud of fear has settled over the city, and the Scarecrow has the people of Gotham right where he wants them. Jim Gordon will take the fight right to the Scarecrow's seat of power, City Hall. But will Gordon have to challenge him on his own? Where is the Batman? The Dark Knight has found himself staring down a power unlike any he's ever seen. A man of unlimited strength, a Superman. And he has a lot of questions for the Caped Crusader? Yeah, like why is he calling him that? The Caped Crusader. Will these two find common ground in time to thwart the Scarecrow and Hangman's endgame? We have Action Comics reprints. This is the 419 facsimile edition. All right. This is because the Human Target is in it. This is Superman meeting Christopher Chance, the first appearance of the Human Target. So there you go, if you're looking for that. As you can probably tell by that noise, I think this is a really cool reprint that they're doing as a facsimile. Secret Origins Supervillains Limited Collector's Edition. Love that. I love that a lot. The facsimiles have been a lot of fun lately. Year 2. Look, you can have this cover now. They're reprinting it. This cover always stands out. I find that holster so awkwardly placed just with a strap right across, but there you go. This is also a great one. Superman the Historic last issue. Why am I so nostalgic right now? Gosh. Okay. This is Mad Love Special Facsimile Edition. Oh, The Dark Knight Returns #1 Facsimile Edition. Dark Knight's Metal #1. Are we getting like a black and white work in progress type thing? Oh, then we have Gotham Academy Year 1. Gotham Academy First Year #5. My daughter is reading this avidly. Written by Brendan Fletcher, Carl Kerschel, and Becky Cloonan. Art by Marco Ferrari. Gotham Academy's first day of school comes with new schedules, new secrets, and a creeping sense that nothing is quite what it seems. For Olive Silverlock, the search for her missing mother takes a turn into forgotten memories, closed doors, and conversations she swears she's already had. But how do you retrace your steps when you don't remember walking? Is this Court? Yep, Court. The Children of the Round Table, #6. Written by Tom Taylor, art and cover by Danielle Dinoculo. They have trained, they have bonded, they have overcome challenges and learned great skills. Now to rescue a loved one, the Children of the Round Table must face a powerful enemy head on. Can they stop the power of Mordred, or are they too young, too unprepared? Is it their destiny to fail? Also, will Kevin's stick actually do anything? Teen Titans Go, #12, written by Shirley Fish, art and cover by Dario Brizuela. Everybody knows that Robin has a crush on Starfire, except for maybe Starfire. So, of course, the Titans are braced for any wacky hijinks in February. When Starfire opens a mystery package full of plushies and hearts and bouquets, she's shocked to find a note that says, "From your secret admirer to Raven?" Wonder Woman Historia. Look at how gorgeous that cover is. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Ooh, this is the kind of stuff they're gonna, you're gonna see on a TikTok or something where they're just gonna play aggressive funk music over it, opening it. Actually, no, because it's so pretty. It'll be some kind of ethereal, kind of classical sounding piece, or maybe a Taylor Swift song, but it looks really nice. Look at that. Very pretty. Supergirl's Family Vacation, Supergirl graphic novel for the kids. Oh, we'll read it for the kids. So this is by Brandon T. Snyder, and then we have art and cover by Sarah Louver. Kara Zor-El is an excellent superhero who is just not appreciated by the people of Metropolis. Summer's coming, and she's ready to go to Argo, a floating city in space where the last survivors of Krypton live. These are her people, and since Clark grew up on Earth, she can teach him a thing or two for once. It's the perfect plan. It gets even better when Lois invites Kara's best friend, Natasha. But when their road trip through space is interrupted by an old friend of Clark's, the family gets diverted to a strange and beautiful planet with a dark secret that only Superman can save them from. Kara's plans get pushed aside again. What's a cranky preteen to do? Hang out at the pool, meet a cute boy, and save the day, of course. All right. Galaxy as the world falls down. So this is by Zazia Axelrod, and then we art and cover by Rye Hickman. All right. Taylor Barzilla is finally living as her authentic self, a purple alien space princess with blue hair and superpowers, with a loving girlfriend Kat and an adorable talking corgi. Corgis, they're all about them in DC recently, that doubles as a bodyguard. Taylor should feel more at home on Earth than ever. So why doesn't she? As Kat plans for life after high school by visiting colleges in Metropolis, first mistake, Taylor tags along aimlessly. Between honing her powers, getting her GED, and protecting Nia Nall from her evil aunt, Taylor's been super busy, but she still isn't sure she can claim her identity as the superhero Galaxy. When the Vane, an alien race that destroyed her home planet, finally arrive on Earth in search of Taylor, her biggest fear becomes reality. If even Superman can't handle this threat, what chance does she have to save the love of her life, her best friend, and the entire world? Will she cast aside her doubts in time to become the hero she was always destined to be? Superman the Kryptonite Spectrum, collected. I've really been enjoying this. I'll definitely be picking this collection up. Batman Dark Patterns, or are they just going to put all of it together? Worth it. Dark Patterns was fantastic. May there be more Dark Patterns. It was really good. I really like Dark Patterns. Supergirl Volume 1, Misadventures in Midvale. Then we have Birds of Prey Volume 4, On the Run. Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age. All collected. Cool. See, but you have to pay attention because this is 414. So they let you know a bit ahead of time. So they kind of put them all here, but they're going to be more spaced out in terms of some of them. And then this is Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. Justice League Unlimited Volume 2, The Omega Act. Green Lantern Corps with a fantastic cover for the Starbreaker Supremacy. Justice League Godzilla vs. Kong 2. Green Arrow Crimson Sands. Angst-ridden Roy cover. And then we have our little compacts. We have The Dark Knight Returns. Is this a finest for Dead Man? Fun. These finest have been so great. I've especially enjoyed the Golden Age ones and just a bunch of stuff you don't normally get. And if they venture even further in some of the Bronze Age, okay, who else has a dream of them collecting All-Star Squadron? I mean, I do. Please. One sale, just like for Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane. This is the Bronze Age Omnibus by Jack Kirby. Is Sandman in there? Yeah, it is. Look, the Sandman's down there. Oh, fun. Oh, that'll be a fun one. Just collecting all that stuff together. Cool. DC's Finest, Justice League of America, Starro, the Conqueror. You get to see Snapper Carr. His first appearance. Westerns. Cool. DC Finest Western. The Hangman Never Loses. We have some Absolute stuff. So we have Batman by Neil Adams Absolute Edition. Yes, I know. Evan is saying, I'm going to scroll back up for a minute. Kirby's Superman phase. I know, because you know how many of those were redrawn. There is a lot of redrawing over Kirby's Superman and Jimmy in particular. A lot of it. So here we have a 100 Bullets Book 4, 2026 edition. Animal Man by Tom Veidt and Steve Dillon Omnibus. Batman Beyond Unlimited Compendium. You see, I have all of these trades individually, but you put the word compendium there, and I just instantly was like, ooh, compendium. You say. Batman, Sword of Azrael, Deluxe Edition. They uncoletted him. Edward was saying, no, it's not even they uncoletted him. They un-Al Plastino'd him and stuff, because some of them were just flat out like overdraws. It's really interesting. Some of the original drawings and like the comparison side by side. Hold up, book 3? Yes. Finally. Booster Gold, the complete 2007 series, book 3. I've been waiting literally. This is the year. This is my year for finishing. I finished off the Sandman Mystery Theater, and this is, yes. It's all happening. 2025. The year of Sandman and Booster Gold. Yes, yay. All right, Elseworlds Omnibus for Superman, Volume 1. Legends Omnibus. The Legion of Superheroes, 5 years later, Omnibus Volume 2, 2026 edition. The Omega Men by Tom King, Deluxe Edition, 2026. Robin, the Bronze Age Omnibus, 2026 edition. The Flash, The Road to Rebirth Omnibus. Batman by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus, the really trippy cover, coming at you, Volume 1. And we did it. Yay, we did it. So, how are we feeling about February, the month of love? Are we ready? Are you excited for a bunch of the things that are coming? I think it sounds like it's going to be a fun month for sure. A lot of interesting things. I don't know, like, with these solicits, you get into the groove, you're like, yeah. And then it's just kind of, sometimes it's just over. But yes, that is that is what is coming up very soon. What time is it? Oh, it's not. It's actually not as late as it normally is. However, I have many many exciting things to edit and get to. But I want to thank you for taking time. It's been a while since we've streamed, and this was a lot of fun. I will endeavor to do it more often because I definitely want to talk more about outside of like DC and Marvel stuff because there's just been so much cool indie stuff that I want to discuss. Like I have my Black Sads back up and they're interconnecting and haven't even gotten the chance to talk about them or anything like that. We got to do that. So oh, people are asking about Hush Tua. So there will be more. I've also been doing I might sprinkle in some lunch ones too sometimes. And yes, more of the indies. We absolutely have to. I'll see what I pick up when I go to the store in the evening on Wednesday. There's usually some interesting trades or the like that catch my eye. And there are some things that I've been waiting. No, I'm not inviting Alvin. Alvin can't come back. Alvin tried to take my wig off. Chemdog is saying, wait, you talk Marvel stuff? I know. I earned that. I did earn that. But yes, once when the moon is blue, it happens. But I wanted to thank all of you for coming, hanging out, all that good stuff. There will be more videos coming soon tomorrow and a bunch of everything. So yes, let's enjoy the rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it is that you're doing. And thanks so much for taking the time to come and hang out. All right. Bye.